Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Hey team, this is Luca, Crusader Machining, and we are back for another fantastic video with excellent information for you guys. Today, we're going to be covering something geared more towards beginners. People that maybe work in a shop, or they just started in a shop, or they plan to work in a shop in the future. What we're going to go over today is the top 5 tools I would recommend that you have in your toolbox for setup and operation. And at the end, I'm going to cover one bonus tool that I like to have on me all the times when I'm on setup. Let's hop right to it. Tools on setup and operation are very important. The way I see it, I'd rather spend a couple extra bucks to buy a good tool versus to buy a good tool one time than to buy a bad tool several times. And the price difference between super cheap garbage versus mid-grade quality isn't that much. You buy a good tool and take care of it, it's going to last for a while. So the first tool that I would recommend you have, dial calipers. Now these are 8-inch. For the longest time I have used 6-inch and I had them forever. Now that I bought these 8-inch, I will not go back to using my 6-inch any longer. A lot of people would say grab a 6-inch dial calipers, and I understand why they say that. Although I adamantly disagree. I say get a set of 8-inch dial calipers. The price difference between 6 to 8 is not astronomical. And I had 6 for a long time, and I always ended up needing to check something, a length of a drill or a part or something that was just a hair over 6. So I finally pulled the trigger and got 8-inch. That's what I would choose. The second tool that I'd say would be a good set of hex keys. Allen keys, Allen wrenches, I call them hex keys. That's what I would say, a good set. And make sure that they're ball end. The ball end will save you in the future. It helps to loosen and tighten from a weird angle. And I wouldn't get the super short hex keys. I would get the what I consider to be the standard size, not the long, not the short. Normal hex key set, I'd get both metric and imperial standard. And just to dive in on that a little bit, the hex keys will start to wear in the tip, as you can see. If they start to wear and become rounded off, toss them, get a new one. Not the whole set, you can buy individuals. Whatever your preferred brand, you can buy that individual size. Get rid of that old one, pop a new one in. If you're stuck in a bind and you can't get one there and you're at the shop and the one you have is worn and rounded off, don't use it. Take it to a bench grinder, take it to a sander. Sand that rounded edge down. It'll give you a nice square edge and almost make it brand new until you can replace it. But remember, use safety equipment. The next tool I'd say, hammers of some sort. Whether or not it's a brass non-marring, and yes, I made this years ago. Whether or not it's a brass non-marring hammer or a plastic dead blow. Whether or not it's dead blow doesn't matter. You just want to make sure it's a non-marring hammer. When you're working inside a CNC lathe, or maybe a mill for that part, I'm a lathe guy, and you need to slightly negotiate something one way or another, this is what I'd use. Now, what you don't want to do is haul off and bang something with it. You're just going to slightly nudge something. You don't want to bang in and out bushings and tools and the holders and the tool blocks. If something doesn't go in smooth, take the extra time to fix it. Get a round file or a stone for the pocket, or take the tool that doesn't fit well because it's burred up or bugged up, take it over to a rubber wheel or a little 3M wheel, clean it up so everything sits fine. What I use this most for is stuff that won't budge. Say a spindle liner that won't move and I have to pound it through the draw tube, or pound a spindle liner, like pound it out of the draw tube if it gets stuck, or a coolant line that I just need to move a hair. I'll give it a little, what I call negotiation. But a hammer like this, as you can see, it's well worn. This has been my buddy for a long time. This is my pal. Use it all the time. Third tool, I'd say, adjustable wrench. Now this is a big boy. I do use this one a lot, but I have adjustable wrenches a hair over this and all the way down to a 3-inch. Adjustable wrench is great, and this is an example of buying one that's maybe a little bit more in price, but it'll last forever. It'll last a long time. The adjustable wrenches that I bought years ago, I have them for a long time. Some of them, well, in fact, I actually have some that were my father's and or my uncle's, and they're old guys, so we had them for a long time. Adjustable wrench is great. It's not going to loosen and tighten everything because the head is big, but when you're in a pinch, you're in a sticky situation, this can do the trick. 1, 2, 3. So that was 4. Number 5, I'd say, and this is going to be a little controversial, simple calculator. When you're on setup, say you have a metric print that you need to translate over. You can stop what you're doing and go the fancy way and this and that, or you can get your calculator and do the math yourself. I like a calculator for many reasons. If you have to look at your print to decide on how long your tools are going to stick out, and it doesn't say right there on the print, you might have to actually do some math. You can bring out your stone tablet and your hammer and all that, or pen and paper. Calculator's very helpful. I love having a calculator. I use them all day, every day. I got about 4 of them strategically placed around the shop so I can lose it and not know where it's at and go keep looking until I can find the one that's not lost. Now, for a 5th bonus tool that I keep on me, even when I'm at work or not, flashlight. Just keep a little pocket light. You never know when you're going to have, and I'm not going to shine it at the camera, you never know when you're going to need a flashlight. Whether, like me, I'm a little on the old side. My eyes aren't as good as they used to be, especially in low light situations, and some of the machine lights aren't very good. So you shine it in and look. Or if you have to do maintenance on the machine, or if you want to try to take a look at an insert to see if it's worn, pop the light, take a look. Flashlight. I didn't know if I was going to put this in the top 5, and I didn't want to make it top 6 tools to use for setup and operation. So we did 5 and a bonus tool. So those are the top 5 and the bonus tool that I would use, or should I say top 5 items. Top 5 items to have for setup and or operation. That's a good start to a toolbox. If you're starting in a shop, get a little toolbox, pop them in. So, just to reiterate, 8-inch dial calipers, a good set of metric and standard hex keys, a hammer of some sort, not steel, non-marring, adjustable wrench, various sizes if you can, and of course, the last but not least, the flashlight. When you're on setup and you're working in a shop and you get into a new shop and your boss says, hey pal, I need you to work and you're training on this setup. You say, great man, I finally got this opportunity. I'm in the shop I want to work at. These people are great. And you're on setup and the guy who's training you says, all right, take this tool out, I'll be back. And you're sitting there getting ready to take the tool out and you got your hands up, what do? I don't have any tools. This is what that is for. Me, I have my Kennedy toolbox, top to bottom, loaded. 50% of it is unnecessary garbage, but that other 50% I use all the time. And the majority of the stuff I use are the tools and the items that I had just mentioned before. I hope you like this video. It's short, simple, and it's sweet. Great information for the newbies out there. And if you're dealing with, if you're working in a shop now and you got your toolbox, comment below, what would you recommend? What would you tell your younger self? Here's what I want you to have, younger self, so that we can succeed. What would you put? Are any of my items totally ridiculous that you think I'm mentally ill? Or do you agree or disagree? Please comment, like, subscribe, share. Find me on all the other socials, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and of course here at the old YouTube. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.